They're getting sued in Texas. They're getting sued in Florida. And part of like, whether that's true or not, what annoys me personally when I invest is I want to make sure that my money goes towards my beliefs. And if you have someone else managing your money, or you put your money in a Vanguard, you put your money in a BlackRock, there's possibilities for that to happen at a much broader scale than if you do it on your own.
That's exactly
and
right.
That's like what we're trying to build that. We're trying to essentially build out the way that you can have your money managed without you having to sacrifice your own values, your own voter rights, your own beliefs.
Exactly. Yeah, you don't want to turn over your money to someone who is trying to eliminate all your rights. I mean, that's crazy.
It's contradictory. And it works for both sides. Like for me personally, pro-America, I don't want any dollars invested in Chinese stocks.
No.
And like if I have, maybe a couple $100 if you're trying to swing an Alibaba, but if like you got $500,000 in a retirement, I don't want any of that invested in Alibaba, because inherently you are funding a future where Alibaba succeeds. Like, do you want that? And the other side is like, we have customers and we have clients that are like, I don't want my money invested in oil companies. Like, I want to be pro EV. It's like, okay, but did you know that you got your retirement account with these other people and they have money in Chevron, Oxy,
right,
things like that. That's like what we're trying to solve and trying to build to. And again, it all starts with just trust. Because if you can't trust even where your money is being invested, what does that mean? In my opinion, that means society is worse off because you don't even trust how your money is being managed in that state that you're in.
Right. And it changes people if they conclude that the whole deal is a scam.
Yeah.
I live a lot of the year in a really rural area, and my whole life, no one I knew ever took any government benefits, because the idea was that we're like proud, working class people were not doing that. And then the state brought in all these immigrants from Africa and gave them everything, houses, phones, airplane tickets, food vouchers, free medical. Just, these are immigrants getting all this free stuff. And everyone in the town where I am, which is very few immigrants, or people, not everyone, people I knew were like, wait a second, I served in the military, I've worked, paid tax my whole life, I've never gotten anything from the government. Screw it. I'm putting in for any benefit I possibly can. And it it's easy for me to disapprove because I'm rich. So it's like, I don't have to do that, but I got it. Yep. It's like they all of a sudden realize, people who've lived in this country their whole lives, did a lot for the country. I would argue they realize the whole thing's a freaking scam, so I might as well get in on it. If you have that attitude, man, things fall apart like that.
Look at COVID.
Exactly.
Yeah. It happened with all the COVID loans.
The PPO stuff or whatever.
Yeah, Pelosi was a big part of this too.
The PPO.
The PPO with the employees.
Yeah.
So there's documents. So Pelosi owns a hotel up in Napa. I think it's a hotel.
Yeah.
And she has had this one property that has made $100,000, lost $100,000. And you all have to file this every year. And in it, you have your income. Made $100K, lost $100K, made $100K, lost $100K. The year that COVID happened, they made $5 million plus in profit. So how do you go from, and this is income. This isn't necessarily even just like it's not necessarily loans or anything. This is income. You lose $100K, you make $100K, COVID happens, the loans go out, your business now makes $5 million. Year after that, you go back down to making $100K, and then making $100K, losing $100K. So there was an anomaly. This came out, I think, by the New York Post right after Thanksgiving, I think. And they highlight this. And it's like, was the corruption around these PPP loans, these, COVID loans, did this get up to the degree that the politicians were benefiting from this too? And it seems like it did. So that's, again, like that frustrates me, because that we have a family company. We sell sports compression products, little arm sleeves. We don't necessarily have employees, but we're a small family business. We took out a loan to survive because we sell in sports. Sports got canceled. We have to pay that loan back, which is fine. We knew that when we took it out that we have to pay this loan back. But that loan money didn't go towards profiting us. It essentially went towards sustaining us. We had to pay it back though. That loan to Pelosi, the $5 million that she makes, it comes in as income. You don't have to pay it back because it's just so messed up.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, and again, I don't come from any of this stuff. I know nothing about the politics and how it was before we started tracking. And it just shocks me of like these rules for thee and not for me to the every single aspect of our lives.
You should be shocked by it. You should fight against it. You are. I hope you get rich fighting against it. And I really appreciate that explanation. It was even more interesting than I thought. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. And thank you again for having me on.
Dude, you're one of the reasons I like social media. Whenever I think, oh, social media is turning everyone trans and it's bad, then I see what you do and I'm like, no, it's actually, there are some great things.
And it's not just us. I think Elon with X saved everything because we had a Pelosi tracker on Meta banned.
They banned it?
Banned the first week. Yeah.
Why?
I think in their disclaimer and stuff, whatnot, they said they couldn't use the name Pelosi tracker.
You can't criticize any politician from the Bay Area where they're based.
And so we then created and we did the politician trade tracker. So we're on Instagram now, but Elon with X in the citizen journalism that's going on, I think that's like the biggest thing that I'm proud of is like, in whether these news, CNNs, Fox News, NBCs, and I don't know how they're going to adapt to it, but they have to figure out a way to hit the masses through social media. And the best people at it are these citizen journalists on X that are doing all this work, that are uncovering these stories. They may not have all the facts. They may not be 100% right. There's probably some grifters out there. But at the end of the day, the conversation is being had, and it's a step in the right direction.
Oh, it's wonderful. Yeah. Everything about it is wonderful. Thank you for taking this time.
Appreciate it.
I do. So it turns out that YouTube is suppressing this show. On one level, that's not surprising. That's what they do. But on another level, it's shocking. With everything that's going on in the world right now, all the change taking place in our economy and our politics, with the wars we're on the cusp of fighting right now, Google has decided you should have less information rather than more. And that is totally wrong. It's immoral. What can you do about it? Well, we could whine about it. That's a waste of time. We're not in charge of Google. Or we could find a way around it, a way that you could actually get information that is true, not intentionally deceptive. The way to do that on YouTube, we think, is to subscribe to our channel. Subscribe. Hit the little bell icon to be notified when we upload and share this video. That way you'll have a much higher chance of hearing actual news and information. So we hope that you'll do that.